Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So today we are going to start off with the whole training, eating, all that type of stuff. And then we'll watch the support combos we have ready.
Time to work you into shape.
Do I need to acquire any more classes? I think so, because I have Felix, I believe, and Rodrigue still hasn't mastered Paladin, so he has to keep going there. But we do have Mr. Bow Knight over here. I love that armor, by the way. That armor looks fantastic. Yes, change his class to Bow Knight. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to train, and we have to find Rodrigue here. So there's Ash, and there's Rodrigue. Train! Very nice. Got exactly what I wanted. Rodrigue got to that, so now we can go ahead and just do this. I don't have any more master seals. I don't have any more master seals.
With proper training,
I don't think I can buy them either.
Training can be with proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
A quick look to see if we can buy them or not. I don't think we can.
I carry a little of everything here.
Oh.
You've got an eye for quality.
I can.
Hope to see you again soon.
That's surprising. I didn't think I would actually be able to buy master seals.
Time to work
Also,
you into
if I
shape.
sound a little weird today or I don't speak for a little bit, I bit my cheek, I think, last night, and it hurts. So I'm trying to keep my teeth away from my cheek because it really, really hurts. Especially when I accidentally bite into it again.
I will.
So yeah, that's not fun. Anyway, continue training, please. Okay.
Training
Now,
can be the can't wait
can
to
head
see how
over
you do.
to, I believe today, we don't actually have to worry about this because we did that thing where none of this
Hunger
will
is the true
actually
enemy.
cost us anything. Fantastic. Love that. Let's do that. Might as well.
Yeah, the flavor.
Well, we didn't do too good on the cooking, but still.
Wow, this is so good. I had no idea you had this kind of skill.
This is heavenly. You can really never get enough of your favorite foods.
Right.
Come back whenever you're
See
hungry.
who else we have.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay, we can do these two. Very good.
Yeah.
Cooking skill is not very good, I'll tell you that much.
This is delicious. Why are you looking at me like that, Felix? I won't share my portion with you if that's what you're wondering.
I don't want your scraps, old man. I swear sometimes.
Come
I
back
just
whenever you're
flicked
hungry.
an ant that was on my
Hunger
leg.
is the true enemy.
What else? Let's do these two.
Yeah, the flavor's not.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
Hold on. How'd you know this was my favorite? Thank you.
Alright,
Come back whenever you're hungry.
who else do we
Hunger
got?
is the true enemy.
Catherine Shamir. Let's do those two. See what we get out of it.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Garrick Mock. Catherine and I used to eat together all the time.
Yes, those were fine days spent basking in the glow of the knights, the church, and Lady Rhea.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay, who else do we have? Dimitri. Nope, those two already have it. Citizen Flame? I don't know. Just doing random stuff at this point. Look at that! We finally got a perfect!
Oh, I love this. Thank you very much. Oh, but this is simply scrumptious. I love, love, love it.
Come back whenever
Alright,
you're
and we
hungry.
have one more.
Hunger is the true enemy.
See who we got. Just going for random things at this point. That worked out fairly well. And another perfect!
Delicious. Would you like some, Your Majesty? Your food is your own to do. Now eat. You deserve the sustenance.
Come back whenever you're
Right.
hungry.
So, that means it's support convo time! We have quite a few of them, it looks like. Let's go.
He's making a run for it, Felix. Don't let him get away.
Not a chance. He's mine.
Nice work out there. It's a real confidence boost knowing you have my back.
I could say the same for you. Now that I know your style better, I have less trouble predicting your movements.
Glad to hear it. Guess you must have a pretty good read on me by now, huh?
On your sword, perhaps.
Here you go again. You know, I've gotten a good grasp on the way you think. It's like you decide on a role for yourself, then do whatever you can to see it through. Of course, the role changes depending on the situation and who's fighting beside you. Sometimes you attack, sometimes you defend. It's incredible just how versatile you are.
No need for compliments. That's simply how I was taught to be.
Really? By who?
My father. He may prefer a spear or magic, but he is more than capable with a sword in his hands too.
Right. Makes sense it'd be Rodrigue. His weapon of choice might be different, but he adapts himself to the flow of battle just as well as you do. Probably better, actually.
The style didn't start with him, though. It's something the leaders of our house have passed down throughout the ages. House Fraldarius has been the king's lance and shield for generations. Ever since the time of Kyphon, sworn friend of the great King Lug. At times, we've been sent to defeat the crown's enemies. At others, we've held back to defend the throne. I admit the style has its uses, idiotic history of blind faith aside.
Huh. So that's why you fight the way you do. You're indispensable, Felix. Not just to Dimitri, but to everyone else, too.
I suppose if I'm a lance and shield, you would be like some kind of projectile, an arrow or a stone.
You're saying I'm good at taking the enemy by surprise, right? You sure could learn to be more direct with your compliments, you know.
You can interpret it that way if you want. In any case, you're just as important to this army as I am. Between that sword of yours and the way you can shapeshift, nobody ever knows what you'll do next. Some might say your powers are dangerous, but I think they provide the perfect element of surprise.
Huh. Glad to hear you say so.
There's one fault I can't get past, though. You can never stay focused during battle. It's almost like you're talking to someone while you fight. Someone in your head that... Hey, what's with the smile?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm just really happy we've gotten to know each other so well. Only a true friend would be that open with their criticism. Thanks, Felix.
Say what you will. That's the last piece of advice I'm ever giving you.
He wasn't really mad, was he? It's so hard to tell sometimes.
Okay, that's one support down. Now we have one with, looks like Ash. Looks like Ash is the only one left. For us, at least. And then we have to watch the other supports.
Hey, what's wrong? Something on your mind?
Kinda, yeah. Remember before when we were talking about my mom? The more I think about it, the more I'm realizing she really was a strange person.
What do you mean?
Exactly that. Everything about her was kinda just a mystery. I've spent hours trying to puzzle out how she might have ended up in that remote village, but I keep coming up empty. I mean, someone that smart is rare even in the biggest cities, right? She practically knew everything. Even using magic was a breeze for her.
She may not have talked much about her past, but can you think of anything she mentioned that could give you a clue? Maybe something about the people she knew, or unique things she owned.
If she did, it's not coming to me. She's been gone so long now. So yeah, nothing really springs to mind. I don't even have any mementos to remember her by.
Then we'll just have to investigate. I'll help.
Investigate? As in my mom? Where'd that come from?
Well, both of my parents died in an epidemic when me and my siblings were still very young. I still have some hazy memories of them. Food they used to make, that kind of stuff. But that's really all I have left. And since they were commoners, there's almost no record of them. All my searches came up empty. I know how much that hurts, so it's not hard for me to sympathize with what you're going through.
Huh.
Really, it's just so I can get my own closure. We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
All right, I'm in. I'd love to learn some more about my mom. Okay then, how are we doing this thing?
The most sensible place to start would be talking to people who knew her.
I doubt anyone in the village really remembers her, though. We weren't exactly the most social family.
Still, someone must have known her. It's impossible to stay completely unnoticed in those small mountain towns. It's entirely feasible one of the villagers can tell us something. Or, what about the village chief?
If anyone's gonna remember her, it's him. But for all I know, he could be dead by now, too.
Then we'll just have to send a letter and find out. And if we never get a response because no one there can read, well, in that case, we can go ourselves.
Guess it's worth a shot. I feel kinda bad sending a messenger out that far, but we might as well see what happens.
Great. Now come on, let's get started on that letter.
Alright, let me just quickly make sure nothing else there. Okay, so it seems like Catherine and somebody. Catherine and Dedu. Okay. Wasn't expecting them to have a support, but okay.
Oh, Dedu. Must be my lucky day if I'm running into you here. Hey, what's with the scowl? Do we have a problem?
All the residents in this town are people of Dusker. It may be within the kingdom, but it holds neither monastery nor church. What is your reason for coming here?
Wait, Dimitri and Lady Rhea didn't tell you?
They did not.
I know everyone's been busy, but that's unacceptable. Well, there was a major fire here, right? Lady Rhea asked us to come help rebuild. We brought rations too. Never hurts to have a little more food in your stores. So relax, please. I swear on the goddess herself that we don't intend to harm any of you.
I did ask His Majesty to spare some aid in rebuilding the town. But I did not expect the task to fall to you.
What kind of church are we if we don't help those in need? Besides, we owe Fargus quite the debt. You guys took us in, even going as far as to start a war with the Empire in the process. This is the least we can do to return the favor.
Surely the Knights of Seiros have long since repaid their debts on the battlefield.
Maybe the knights have, but the monks and scholars won't let us hear the end of it if we don't let them pitch in too. So when Lady Rhea heard about the fire, she apparently jumped at the chance to help.
Is that so?
I know the people of Dusker will have their concerns, since they're not followers of Seiros. But it'll all be fine. And we can't just sit around twiddling our thumbs while people out there desperately need help, can we? At least, that's how all of us who follow the teachings of Lady Rhea view it. You're free to supervise if you still don't trust us.
No. You seem to be speaking the truth. His Majesty has expressed similar sentiments in the past. I believe your desire to help is sincere.
Thanks, Dedu. I was starting to think you were about to tell us to pack up and go home. Well, now that we're all square on that front, point us toward what needs the most help. We'll do manual labor, planning, you name it.
In that case, I'd ask that you clear away the burnt wood and help distribute food to the townsfolk. I will explain to everyone what you're doing here.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I'm sure they'll be much more willing to listen to you. Anyway, we'd better get to work.
Okay, I believe we have one more. Ash and Sylvain.
You're really eyeballing that giant stack of documents there, Ash. Let me see what you've got. Records of military drills, archives of city taxes. You know, if you're searching for a particular needle in this load of hay, I can help you out.
Oh, I'm not looking for anything specific. I just thought they'd be good to study.
You're going to study all this?
Yeah. With the academy closed, I haven't had a chance to focus on learning lately. So, I thought I could give my brain a nice workout by reading old records and archives.
Hey, good for you taking the initiative. If it weren't for all this fighting, you and me would be living the schoolboy's dream right about now.
Right? We could be training together, taking classes on history and magic.
And when the ethereal moon comes, we'd go dancing with all the girls at the ball.
That's not quite what I had in mind.
So, are those records actually helping you?
Yeah, the ones on old military drills are especially interesting. It's fun just looking at them.
Just looking, huh? You might want to read a little deeper there. I mean, take this one for example. It talks about how the three northern houses held a joint exercise in 1166. And apparently they did so in the middle of a raging blizzard. It was so bad that some of their soldiers died, but they went ahead and did it anyway. Any idea why?
Drills in the snow in 1166. Oh, were they trying to prepare for a confrontation with Shrang?
Nailed it. They were training for the northern conquest they carried out a few years later. In other words, they'd already decided to try and take the north by 1166. So, if you look at the other drills during that time, you might be able to piece together what the late king was thinking.
Interesting. You know, another document did mention an exercise conducted in Guinevere.
Because they'd already predicted that Srang forces would cross the mountains, which meant battling in harsh desert terrain.
And that's why they were forbidden from using horses during that drill. It's amazing how you really start to see the bigger picture when you dig into details like that.
And that's why keeping records is so important. Anyway, I've probably bothered you long enough.
No, wait, teach me more. I mean, if you have time.
If you really want to learn, you're better off asking an actual professor type. I'm just, Sylvain.
No, you're a great teacher, and I can always ask them things when we're in the capital, but they won't be around when we're on the march. I just want to learn more so I don't embarrass the other knights. Please?
No, not the puppy dog eyes. Oh, fine, I'll help. But don't expect too much.
Alright. So let's head off to the war map. To battle. Oh god. I guess we're doing a paralogue today, because I remember this paralogue and I actually quite like it.
Whew. There may not be snow here, but the wind still settles right in your bones.
Make sure to stay warm, alright? It's often coldest in places without snow.
Apologies for dragging you so far north, and then saddling you with reconnaissance duties. Still, how are things looking?
Thought for sure we'd see signs of the enemy by now, but I've got nothing. You really think those Srang folks are coming over these mountains? Seems like a pretty risky plan.
Oh, they will come. It's in their nature.
And if I know their leader, this will be a much larger raid than normal.
They tried to raid us during the confusion at the capital too, right? So are Fargus and Srang mortal enemies or something?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but we've definitely got something of a history. Even back when I was a kid, there was open fighting between the two. When Fargus won, the Srang leader offered up his youngest son as a prisoner of war. The same son who's now leading this current raid.
After he was surrendered to Margrave Gautier as a prisoner of war, he was held here for some time. The Margrave lost his wife to the Srang offensive, and I know he harbored many ill feelings towards their people. But he also hoped to improve relations between the two peoples, and thusly treated his prisoner well, teaching him our language and customs. Sadly, the prisoner did not appreciate the effort. He fled Margrave Gautier at his first opportunity and scurried back home.
But if Srang offered him as a hostage, why would they welcome him back?
It's all a bit muddled and unclear. Father dispatched men to find out the truth of the matter, but everyone feigned ignorance.
Still, he now leads the Srang forces, which means they must have at least some respect for the man. Doubtless they were pleased when he walked in the door with inside knowledge of Fodlan practically oozing from his pores.
You've got one interesting neighbor, I'll give you that. Things are tougher in the north than I thought.
I'm glad you've come to understand our situation, at least in some small part.
Our preparations are complete, Father. Perhaps it's time we gather the generals?
Yes. Once everyone is here, we'll depart for the Ruska Mountains and take shelter at the stronghold in the foothills.
That stronghold again? We're practically retracing the entire northern campaign at this point.
Yes, that is where hostilities began, isn't it? Your Majesty, House Gautier should have been able to handle this situation ourselves. Pray forgive me for dragging you into it.
Not at all. Gautier and Fraldarius have long been allies in the fight against the forces of Srang. It is only right that the leader of House Blathid should come to your aid in a time of such crisis. I'll be counting on you and Sylvain as well.
Don't worry. We'll send these folks packing.
Great. In that case, maybe I'll kick back and let you do all the... Kidding. Kidding. Of course, I'll give this everything I have. Well, except my life. I'll be keeping that.
I'll do my best as well, Margrave. Though, having ceded the Fraldarius title to my son, I fear I am not but a common military man now.
False modesty ill suits you, Rodrigue. Now let's all go out there and make our king proud.
Alright, let's do this. I also get to show off the Holy Knight class here, which is fun because I actually very much like that class. I think the Holy Knight class is a really cool class. The way it works in this game is really, really cool.
Brave soldiers of Vargas, I task you now with this.
And I'll be 100% honest, I don't...
The forces of Srang.
I remember this map. I remember the paralogue and the story behind the paralogue. I don't remember exactly what I have to do. Then again, I think it's difficult to remember like any of that type of stuff.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Hear you loud and clear.
No, wait, you're already there. Okay, so hold on a minute.
I'll make short
here.
work of this.
We must act now, before the...
Here. That's a big problem. We have 3 lances. Definitely necessarily isn't the best thing in the world. Ugh. This is very easy and very quick, my god! Anyway, I played more of the Spirit Tracks yesterday after recording, and let me say, I'm actually quite enjoying Spirit Tracks. Like, a lot. It's actually very good, surprisingly.
Not a problem.
Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. They're all like that. So anyway, Holy Knight class is literally the perfect mixture of might and magic. It's super freaking cool in my opinion. With all the different effects that you get from it. Even, like, it just looks really, really cool to me. I don't know what it is. I love that move, specifically that move. I love it so much. Also, Gerald, Violet's father, is a Holy Knight, and we will be recruiting him once we also recruit Violet, which is in 2 chapters, which will be very cool to see. I can't wait for that, because I actually... I bit my cheek again! I really love the way Violet plays. I know I've mentioned it multiple times, but Violet does play really, really cool. Seriously, it's similar to the Holy Knight class, but with elemental magic instead of just light magic, which is just really, really cool. It is. It really is.
Okay, there we go. Fighting alongside the young Margrave and late king once again. It's the sensation.
I'm honored you think
Frozen Lance is such a good one. Is such a good combat art. It really is. It just makes life easier when you can freeze your enemy still and they can't do anything to hurt you. It's great.
And to one day take his place as the Margrave.
Take a breather. Okay, Dimitri's already blazed that path. So he's gotta know what he's talking about.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like switching characters at this point.
There will be no end if we
Whoa!
stay on the defensive.
Jesus.
Perhaps we should take the fight to our enemy instead.
Okay. So I'm guessing now it's time to take out strongholds. Very good. And we only have a time. And we have a time limit. We have a freaking time limit. Great. Fantastic.
We will proceed as planned.
Stop wasting time. I need to
These
stop
wild
wasting time. We need
tactics
to go, we
remind me
need
of
to go,
my
we need to
father's
go, we need to
chess
go, we need to go, we
strategies.
need to go.
Wait. I think they might be trying to reach our base.
God, I'm an idiot.
Well, couldn't hurt. Not a problem. I've got this.
This is
We must
fun.
act now, before the worry.
We're literally rushing across fields of enemies just to get to one singular stronghold captain. That's great.
Now, strike with all your might. Surrender.
Oh my god. Okay, there's one.
Surrender.
Let us crush their defense.
My turn?
Here's two. Oh boy.
The one who died in the Strang.
Very nice.
What was she like?
She was a classmate of ours at the academy. And the star,
shall
too,
take the lead.
of the Black Eagles.
Come on, come
I
on.
understand he earned his wall of ice moniker after she was lost.
Indeed. Before that, he was a lively young man, cheerful and friendly to the last.
Dude, are you serious? This never ends,
We
does
will
it?
proceed as planned.
And of course, they're all wielding axes.
We must strive to
Which is
perform
just
to the
great for
best
us,
of
since
our-
we have, you
Not
know,
a problem. I've got
multiple,
this.
like 3 of our 4 units
must
all
act
wield
now.
lances.
Let us see what
They
we
have
can do.
axes, we have lances. We're at a massive disadvantage. There's
Hear
no
you
other
loud
way
and
of
clear.
putting it.
Breather.
That should make things easier, but there's still the command to
Quickest
deal.
with
This
Chez.
has been years in the making, Gautier.
I really like, by the
one
way,
is as
like,
loud as a
I
cannon.
mentioned multiple times,
That
I've been
must
playing
be who we're
Spirit Tracks.
looking for.
I really like how Spirit Tracks
Everything is
deals
going
with its,
swimmingly. I doubt
the
even
puzzles in
Lambert
the
could
game.
find fault with us.
They feel really nice. You know what, I'm gonna do something else. Hold on.
We
Dimitri,
will proceed as planned.
go deal with
We
him.
must strive to perform.
You-
Hear you loud and clear.
Him.
I'll make short work of it.
You.
We must act now, before the worry sets in.
This one over here. I will
causing
deal with
you or
all
His
the ones that
Majesty
have
too much trouble.
axes. The way they use the way they created the puzzles in Spirit Tracks, I love it because you can never do that with like any other Zelda game that doesn't have say a touchscreen, especially with like the boomerang puzzles in the second. The way that the puzzles worked in the second dungeon with the boomerang and the fire and the ice, I thought was really freaking cool. That was honestly super cool the way they did that. Okay, dealt with all of those guys. Now I'm level 40.
Not a problem.
Allow me.
Ugh. Ow. Just show this off as well. That looks super cool. All this stuff.
Allow me.
Over. Jeez, seriously. God, can I please stop getting hit? Where I am and where the person I'm trying to fight is.
I shall take the lead.
Of course, Dimitri handles most of them like a badass. You know
We
what?
must
Hold
act
on a minute.
now,
You
before
take
let
this
us
one.
see what we can do.
We will
Dimitri
proceed
will
as
take the one
planned.
that's at the other end.
My
Switch
turn.
over
My
to
time has
him,
come.
so I can fight this guy over here. Okay then. Very good.
Allow me.
Swap over to Dimitri here. That was the wrong move! I just wasted so much! How about freeze?
Success.
Jeez. Very good.
Our way of life hangs in the balance.
Is that the next goal? Beat the one in the middle? Got it. I'm on it. Hey buddy, where do you think you're going? I'll tell you where you're going. Nowhere. Certainly is one way of handling it. Goodbye. So long.
And
that's
really
that.
Think you can best me?
We win.
Perhaps I thought too highly of my troops. But I can retreat with my pride intact.
Yeah, and don't come back. Or if you do, at least leave your weapons and soldiers behind.
I'll think about it.
Alrighty then.
This'll help me.
Just spam the button here for a minute. Oh, we get a silver lance. Oh, we start getting silver weapons now. Oh yeah, dude.
They descended upon us like a storm.
I've never seen the people of Srang fight with such ferocity, and their leader was a pure terror. Still, I thought that man more discerning than to simply attempt to batter his way into Fargus.
Sounds like someone lit a fire under them. Probably convinced them this was their chance to take out the kingdom. What with our being occupied with the Empire and all.
But who would this Flamestoker be? Someone from Adrestia, perhaps.
We can't discount Cornelia and her ilk. They're like a bad rash that won't go away.
It will take time to pin down the truth. But even if this is the result of some outside influence on the Srang clans, the fault still lies with me. I never should have educated that man.
Don't blame yourself, Father.
The people of Srang do not speak the language of Fodlan. Had he never learned it...
Yet Sylvain was only able to get through to him as a result of your teachings. And though his words lacked compassion, it was still quite remarkable to hear him speak at all. I was raised to think of the Srang people as demons who emerged unbidden from the snowy tundra. Considering that, exchanging even a few meager sentences with them feels like a miracle.
I agree with His Majesty. We will never achieve peace without understanding each other. And you know we can't end this through sheer force of arms alone, Father.
We already understand our enemy perfectly well. They fight for a port that is not choked with ice, and for land that is warm and fertile. Yet Fargus is hardly a region of abundance, and there is nothing we can spare them. So how exactly do you hope to achieve peace amidst such scarcity?
I don't know, yet. But I'll keep searching for a way, even if it takes my entire life.
You remain as naive as ever, boy.
Matthias, wait! Apologies, Your Majesty. I will go speak with him. You should make ready to head back.
What the Margrave says is reasonable, yet I sense an earnestness in your words as well, Sylvain.
Oh, I'm earnest, all right. I'll drag our people kicking and screaming to peace if that's what I have to do.
Peace with Srang doesn't sound like some hopeless ideal to me. I'm sure you'll find a way to pull it off.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Regardless, we must eliminate this threat if we ever hope to free ourselves from the power of the relics. Still, there's no reason we must do so through military might and bloodshed, if another way will suffice. I appreciate the way you think, Sylvain. I truly do.
And I'm always impressed with how much you hate warfare, considering how good you are at it.
Is your father going to be okay? He didn't exactly take well to your opinion back there.
Trust me, I've been a son for long enough to know that the feelings he keeps private can fill a library. If he really thought I was some kind of naive idiot, he'd have kept it to himself. There's something else weighing on his mind here. I'm certain of it.
There you are, Matthias.
Do you remember the night of the ball, Rodrigue? Back in our days at the Academy? You, me, and Lambert grew weary of the festivities and stole away to train by ourselves.
How could I forget? The stars in that sky were a true sight to behold. We talked about all sorts of things that night. It was the first time we ever discussed our dreams for the future, and the last as well.
Lambert told us how he hoped to forge a peace between Fargus and the people of Srang in Duscur.
Ha! He certainly did. And once he was named king, the man did his best to see it through. Srang may have been a lost cause, but he worked tirelessly to bring Duscur into the fold.
I called him naive that night. His dreams sounded like the thing of childhood storybooks and cradle tales. But these days I wonder if I wasn't the naive one. He always took the long view of things, saw the whole continent unfolding before him. But me? I've lost too many over the years, and their blood clouds my vision. I could never see things now as he once did. Could there really be a pathway to peace?
You haven't changed one bit, Matthias. If you regret what you said to Sylvain, I suggest you find him and apologize before this goes any further.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Look at that. That's useful. That is useful. The Lance of Ruin. Oh, yeah. This is the right crest for it, right? Crest of Gautier. He has the Crest of Gautier, doesn't he? Right? That's what it is. Yes, the minor crest of Gautier. Okay. Oh, we don't know the support, apparently. Shez and Sylvain. Let's watch it.
Never thought I'd see the day you shut yourself in your room to read. I hear you've been pouring through every book on magic you can get your hands on.
Hey, I read sometimes. Anyway, I had this great idea I needed to do some research for.
I'm afraid to ask. Wait, what's that diagram?
A perceptive question. This here is a blueprint I came up with for a new kind of fire orb.
Really? You're talking about those flame-flinging siege weapons, right? Because that looks pretty small for a fire orb.
Well, that's the point. I want to make it so that our knights can carry one around as easily as they do their swords.
What would that accomplish? Knights don't have the training to use something like that.
Right you are. The wielder needs both special training and some natural magical ability to use one. At least that's the case with our current fire orbs. Which brings me to my main goal, making it so that anyone can use them, no matter their background.
I mean, think about the havoc we could wreak if your average knight or myrmidon could also blast out some fire magic whenever they wanted.
That's actually a great idea, Sylvain. I bet we could come up with some amazing battle strategies with those things.
Right? I knew someone as special as you would understand. Either way, it won't be ready anytime soon. I'm not sure when I'll finally be done with it, honestly.
If you don't hurry, the war will be over before you're finished.
Battle's not the only place it'll come in handy. People who don't have any other training could use it for self-defense.
Huh. Come to think of it, that's the same reason you were so interested in my sword. Does this have to do with House Gautier? I know your family's been dealing with Sreng for years now.
Yeah, more or less. We've gone through some pretty tough times. My father's first wife, Miklon's mom, she died in a Sreng raid. We've managed to hold the border for about 100 years now thanks to the Lance of Ruin. But they keep pushing our limits. Frankly, I admire their determination.
It did seem like Margrave Gautier was pretty used to fending off their attacks.
It's not like he's had much choice. Once I inherit his title, I'll keep doing whatever I can to hold them off. But it's going to be tough without a stronger military. If the king had forces of his own, he could send them in at a moment's notice whenever we were in trouble. Problem is, the last king already tried something like that. It ticked the local lords off to no end.
Makes sense. If the king grows stronger, everyone else loses a little bit of their own influence in comparison. Anyone would have a hard time swallowing that.
I'd say it's worth it if it means the kingdom won't descend into chaos. Whatever the case, any reforms we enact will need to be peaceful and well-founded. Which is exactly why I want us to be able to fight on our own, without having to rely on our relic or on other lords.
Wow, Sylvain, you actually sound like a real heir now. It's a nice change from all the skirt chasing you used to do.
Hey, the future of my house is on the line here. Even the laziest guy in the world would be worried about that. Sure, the kingdom might be a half-frozen stretch of dirt, but it's my half-frozen stretch of dirt. And it's the only home I've got.
Home, huh?
Alright, I think can probably get, oh well, let's actually go back really quickly and get more, or rather empty the supply thing so that we can collect more supplies as we go along. Supply master.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Taking all of that, thank you
Everything
very much.
has its use.
Goodbye. Okay, where are we going? Guess let's start here. Oh boy. Alright, let me just switch around these characters really quickly. Ceres and Ingrid.
I'm
ready. Yes.
The
To
fight
battle!
starts now.
Everyone, to arms! We fight for Vargas!
Yeah, we can win this.
I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing, so I'm just gonna go for the stronghold captain first things first. Looks like I was doing the right thing anyway. What luck is that?
This will be a struggle.
This
All right.
place won't be a problem anymore.
Ingrid.
Shall we?
You go fight over here. Which one's the stronghold captain? That one.
Let's give it a shot.
We will
And
proceed as planned.
you here. I'll fly Ingrid up to the top. This is fun. Yeah, I keep
Let's start
getting
the attack.
stuck on like the wall. It sucks. Alright, bang. Up into the air we go. Back down we go. And goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.
They put up a tough fight.
Please retreat. I beg your assistance.
Come on, is that all you got? Okay, that's another one down.
Not a problem.
Have Shez go save this person. Might as well get Ingrid to help as well.
Begin the operation. Our or.
I've awaited this moment.
Stand strong.
Okay. No more of that. Goodbye. Here!
Is that all? Feeble defense.
Okay, another one down, and now we head up to help the bishop.
I think that worked.
Watch this. Oh yeah!
Imperial General Ladislava is here to fight.
If I can get Atrocity back before they unfreeze, I can probably just almost take all of them out in one singular go. Jesus! Oh my god!
We'll have to take things from here.
Where even is Ladislava?
Take a breathe. I'll handle it.
Mercedes is closest.
know what they say about
So let's just deal with it.
fire.
Hello, goodbye. So yeah, this is Ingrid, Mercedes' new special. Looks quite cool in my opinion.
A resounding success.
That did not even hit. That did not even hit. Ow. Hey, vey.
Please retreat.
What? How did it? What? How did it get? What? Why didn't it take out that sniper that was right next to her? Like, what the heck?
Sorry, won't back down.
That's one easy way to do it.
We emerged victorious this time.
Yes, we did.
Now come. Let's prepare for the next battle.
S-class victory. Of course it is. I shouldn't get too cocky. Oh look, a Master Seal. Okay. We also got some stuff here.
I see.
Lances. Okay, we're gonna return to camp, expand whatever facility we can, use the training point we just got. Do all of that nonsense. Alrighty then. Okay, so facilities master.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the
Guild.
facilities. Let me know if I may be of further.
Well, how'd it go?
Okay, see what we word got. Ambrosia.
Any
I should
results
probably
are
really
good
start using
results.
stat boosting items. Probably should.
What is it?
Whatever, doesn't matter too much.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Excessive. Good.
Time to work you into shape.
Class. Go down to Catherine. find her. There she is. Little savant. Okay.
I never.
Yes. Okay.
With
Done
proper
there.
training, you'll be unstoppable.
Back to the war map. I think we can get another battle done. Let's go for this one right here. Defeat 500 enemies. Should be no problem. Just use chats to do it. Let's do this.
Hope this is one of those easy wins.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Then some enemies right here. Okay. Thanks for spawning right in front of me, I guess. Stronghold. These things, I believe, will literally just spawn an infinite amount of enemies, so... Here we are. Alrighty then. Down to 350.
This place won't be a problem.
Taking out 150 pretty quickly there. Oh boy. I don't know, I feel like there was more enemies in the other Warriors games. I feel like this game has less enemies. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Oh, that's a big group of enemies you just gave me. Thanks, Gabe. Thank you very much. 250. Halfway there.
Don't mind if I do. Still improving.
I think all of those
You
are
never
down.
cease to amaze me.
Yep. Haven't even used some of that yet. Still. Oh boy. 188.
We can ill afford defeat here.
We're close to getting to the number.
I've awaited this moment.
Missed one of them, but whatever. Fine.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
What is happening? Can't see any of it. There you are. Come on. You don't really want to do this, do you? Thank you for getting out of there. God's
A
sake.
resounding success. You're mine.
Really?
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
I do hope you'll make this fun.
I refuse to hold back.
There's a pretty big group of enemies there, give or take.
You won't stop me.
Is that all we needed? Still need 22 more. Fantastic.
Let's do this. I can still fight.
Still need 7 more. Did it. Alright. Now it's gonna spawn the boss. There it is. Mercedes is closest. Which sucks because he's a mage.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
Me. Excuse me.
We're not losing to anyone!
Oy vey.
We will proceed.
Come on, let's just get this
mission
over with
underway.
quickly, huh?
Are you ready?
What is he doing? Oh boy. This is fun.
I'm all right.
This is great.
Are you ready?
What health do you have, good sir?
I won't.
Goodbye. Alrighty then.
Wounds are severe.
Where is he?
I won't ask for your forgiveness.
Nice one.
Enough of this. Goodbye.
You won't.
Yeah. Did we get him? Did we get him or no? The man lived.
Let us never stop moving forward.
That was amazing to meet you. I'm proud to call you my
What
king.
health do you have, good sir? Jeez.
You won't.
We emerged victorious this time. Now come, let's prepare for the next battle.
Alrighty then. Another S rank victory, very good. Which was MVP, okay.
How can I...
Very good. Oh, we got 11 sword. Nice. Ugh. Right, so I think... Well, you know what, let's just... Jeez, Anna, stop moving around so much, would you?
Would you mind listening to my idea?
No, no thank you.
Hey!
Select 2 units to raise their morale. Let's do these 2. Very much.
What you think?
Okay. Thank you.
May I have a word?
Right, so we're going to end today's episode here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you get notified when I make a new video. Make sure to share the video, and I'll see you all on the next episode of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.